Hey folks, Lyarri here. Today we're reacting to What Will You Miss by Vsauce. This was recommended to me by someone in the comment section. It seems really interesting. I like the topics of the what I assume is the topic of this video is something I'm very interested in talking about and listening to. So let's go.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. And the year 6009 will be the very first year since 1961 that a year, when written in Hindu-Arabic numerals, can be inverted and still look the same.
Aw.
But you and I probably won't live long enough to enjoy the year 6009. Human lives just aren't long enough. We will miss out on that. What other cool future events will we be missing? Well, first of all, you and I will probably be gone before the completion of the Time Pyramid in Winding, Germany. It will eventually be a pile of 120 concrete blocks, but the builders are only adding one block every 10 years. Since beginning in 1993, they've added only the first 3. At this rate, the pyramid will be completed in the year 3183, the final block placed by our
A long time.
more than 30 greats grandchildren. But even they will miss an opportunity to frolic and play safely in the Chernobyl exclusion zone, the
My
zone
dog's
of
hiccuping.
alienation, where radioactive contamination from the 1986 disaster will remain at levels too high for safe human activity until not the year 4000, not the 5000s, not the 6000s. It will finally be safe probably in the year 22,000. Possibly within our lifetimes, but definitely within the next 1 million years, stars like Betelgeuse and Eta Carina will explode in brilliant supernovas visible from Earth. I'm bummed I'm probably going to miss out on these events because for a few weeks it will look almost as if Earth has 2 suns. Despite being hundreds, thousands of light years away, their supernovas will shine brighter than the full moon at night and be visible even during daytime. But the real sky show comes in 3.75 billion years. Our galaxy is full of stars. Viewed from the surface of the Earth, they look like little drops of milk in the sky, which is why we call it the Milky Way galaxy. But all
did not know
galaxies
that.
are named after milk. Milk, lactose, lactic, galactic, galaxies. And every drop of milk in the sky, every star that you can see, is inside our galaxy, the Milky Way. But there's a blurry, distant shape, this one. It's not a star, it's not a cloud of gas in our galaxy, it is an entirely different galaxy, the Andromeda Galaxy, and it's 2.5 million light years away from our own. It contains twice as many stars as the Milky Way, and it is coming our way, headed toward us at 300 kilometers a second, faster than a bullet. Now right now, the sky looks like this. In 2 billion years, Andromeda will have approached so closely that people will look up at the sky and see this. In 3.75 billion years, the night sky will be like a scene from a science fiction movie or an awesome desktop wallpaper.
Wait, oh, so Earth's surface conditions are similar to Venus by now due to our sun's warming, is what it says on the bottom.
Incredible. And kind of scary. After this scene, the sky will literally be glowing with the birth of new stars as the Milky Way and Andromeda collide, mixing up into a brilliant cosmic tie-dye. This simulation shows how Andromeda might collide with the Milky Way, but keep in mind that you are watching billions of years pass every second. These galaxies are moving fast, but they're also huge and covering even huger distances. They will collide in the future.
As stars in these galaxies are so far apart, our solar system will likely survive the collision untouched. Oh, that's good.
But within the briefness of a single human life, they appear almost frozen, unmoving. A couple billion years after colliding, the cores of both galaxies will be married together in a bright glowing center. Earth, now a stepchild to what was once Andromeda, part of a new, bigger family called Milkdromeda. It would be so cool to be alive to see our galaxy colliding with another.
That's true.
But don't get all FOMO, consumed by a fear of missing out. Because whatever life is around then will have plenty to envy us for. They may have spectacular nightly views, but secretly wish they'd been born in our time to experience, say, the beginning of the internet. They will actually miss out on a lot of things. Because the moon moves 1 centimeter further away from Earth every year, 600 million years from today, the moon will no longer be close enough to Earth to completely block out the sun. Future humans, or descendants of humans, will therefore miss out on a chance to ever see for themselves the beauty of a total solar eclipse from the surface of Earth.
That sucks.
Long before Earth dries up, Niagara Falls will dry up. Well, not the water part, but the falls part. Every year, the rushing water of Niagara erodes the rock at the top of the falls 1 foot backward. By the year 52,000, it will have eroded all the way to Lake Erie, and our progeny will have no Niagara Falls to enjoy. Granite has an erosion rate of about 1 inch per 10,000 years. So certainly by the year 7 million, Mount Rushmore, especially its faces, will no longer exist. And because they slowly get pulled in or ejected into space, in 50 to 100 million years, Saturn will no longer have its lovely rings.
Aww.
So life on Earth in
That's
the future
iconic.
might have awesome supernovas and galactic collisions to look forward to, but they probably won't have Niagara Falls, Mount Rushmore, total solar eclipses, or Saturn's rings. They also won't have you. But you have you. Except not all of it. Babies don't begin to form episodic memories right away, meaning that you missed out on. You don't remember 2 of the most seminal events in your life: your conception and your birth.
I was talking to my little sister last week, and I was like, "Hey, have you ever been to a hospital before?" Because I don't know, we were talking about random stuff, but and at first she was like, "No," but then like a minute or two later, she was like, "Well, technically when I was born," and I was like, "Yeah, but you don't remember that," and she was like, "I do." I was like, "How do you remember that?" And you've seen Saturn's rings through a telescope. It's surreal. That's really cool, actually. I'm jealous. Um, but and so she was like basically, oh, like I was told about it by mom and like by Nana and Grandpa, and so it's just really funny that to her that I was like, oh yeah, I know that because I know of it, and like I was trying to be like, oh, so you know of it. She's about to be 7, but she didn't really. She was very convinced that she remembered it as a result of being informed about it happening, which was very funny. And you'd recommend Cruel Bombs or the one with the teddy bear with chompers? Got it. I will remember that, Kane.
But you can experience a bit of those moments right now. First of all, when was I conceived.com lets you enter your birth date and get back the week your parents probably made you happen, as well as the #1 song and the #1 movie of that week, which may have also been involved. Light travels quickly, the most quickest in fact, but it can take a photon millions of years to escape from the interior of the star it was created in through nuclear fusion. It takes time, just like your own gestation in your mother's womb. Newly conceived photons struggle through a dense stellar jungle of atoms and molecules and electrons that absorb and re-emit the photon, taking a little bit of energy from it as it randomly rolls around like a pinball. Sometimes after thousands or millions of years, its random walk finally leads it to the star's surface, where it pops out into space, in a way, is born. A lucky tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of the photons that reach the surface of a star find themselves on a path that will intersect with Earth. And if you are lucky, those photons will end their journey by being absorbed onto your own retina. If you enter the date of your birth or
Okay.
the approximate date of your conception into this online calculator, you can find a star that is as many light years away from Earth as you are old.
Oh,
When you
cool.
look up at that star today, you are seeing light that left the star the very month you were born, or photons that left that star and entered space when your entire body was just one cell. Space is really big, and your life is very short. But space is so gosh darn big, you don't have to miss out on everything. And as always, thanks for watching.
That's really cool. Oh wait, is this like just a 20-second like outro roll? Oh no, there's stuff there. What is it? Is it just a blurry photo? But oh my god, I wanted to know what it was. Oh, that's cool. All right, but that was really good. I enjoyed watching that. I feel like I honestly thought it would be like a more like this is very like focused on a long time span. I thought this was going to be focused more on like short term stuff, like both like major things that could happen in the next like 100 years, or like just like a family centered thing, or like friends, or I don't know. Like I thought it would be like very sad and moving, but this was more like on a global like time scale, things happening and occurring, and that was really cool. Like getting that kind of like um what's the word? Just getting information and thinking about things, like having the assumption that like humanity's still alive, right? And like hundreds of million, or I guess it was mostly like billions, hundreds of millions, yeah, those kinds of years. And like then how they would witness those events is like a really cool thing to think about. And yeah, I liked how he explored it. Yeah, that's Vsauce. He expects small scale and he starts talking millions of years. Very true. Definitely very true. That's what I'm learning the more deeper in like the Vsauce background I'm going. How many holes does a human have definitely made me see like because I never watched Vsauce before like literally 3 or 4 weeks ago. So like having that now like frame of reference in mind for this is who he was 7, 8 years ago when I heard people talking about him in school is really interesting. What if a future human sees this and thinks, wait, Saturn had rings? Like this is so funny to me because I was like reading a book with my sister last week about like the planets and stuff, and like I was talking about Saturn's rings and trying to show her like these are the different planets. Saturn has rings. That's how I remember it and stuff like that. I came from your YouTube video on the whole video. Yeah. That I was very confused by. How many holes does a human have? It was like 7, but you can poke more in yourself, depending on your definition of hole. Yeah, I on track. Did you know that the moon is very slowly drifting away from Earth? I kind of heard about that, but that kind of stuff doesn't stick in my head. Oh my god, did you read the book about Pluto being sad it wasn't a planet? No. But I did tell her that Pluto's not a planet. I think I ruined her innocence. She was so sad. Um like imagine finding out that because Pluto was too small it couldn't be a planet. Like that's just bullying. Like what the fuck is wrong with us? Okay, sorry. Um, only OGs remember the Milky Way. How could you do that to your sister? I she, listen. She deserves to know the truth. Okay? I can't believe Milkdromeda is eventually going to be canon. I shipped them for so long. So true. Poor Pluto is a dwarf. Also, its orbit is wonky. Yeah, it's a dwarf planet. I did tell her like it's a dwarf planet. It's not a planet, but Still a dwarf. There was a book I read when I was a child like that. Yeah, I think I remember reading that when I was a kid. I'll be honest. I don't remember it clearly, but have you heard the noises the planets make? No, I thought you said parents, and I was like, topic switch. But yeah, no. Only OGs remember Pluto. So true. Okay. The nostalgia for 2013 Vsauce, man. Good times, simpler times. This will forever be my favorite Vsauce video, and maybe my favorite YouTube video of all time too. I do like how quickly it gets through its topic and expands it in a really satisfying way, and it doesn't really feel like a minute's wasted. The noises are rather unsettling. They sound unsettling. Michael is very bold in assuming that life will exist after 4 billion years. Yeah, this is one of the best videos I've ever watched since it came out years ago. Thank you, Vsauce, for all you do. Everyone says life is short, yet it's the longest thing we experience. So true. The Tarksky paradox is hard to understand, but really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna Google this. Alright. Given a solid ball in a three-dimensional space, there exists a decomposition of the ball into a finite number of disjoint subsets, which can then this is the video that I watched. Yes, okay, this is the holes video. I got you. Yeah, I don't really understand it, but I get how it works. Like not how it works. I get how the end product makes sense. Oh, not the holes though? God damn, I thought it was the holes video. Okay, clearly I don't understand anything. I'm here spitting scientific facts. Okay, Fermi paradox explains how to. Okay, so I see. That this explains how to duplicate matter. Gotcha. And then the Fermi paradox is the conflict between. I've heard of this before. The lack of clear, obvious evidence for extraterrestrial life and various high estimates for their existence. Yeah, I know. Like it definitely is interesting. But like when you think about like time being such a long concept and there being a vast amount of planets and stuff in the universe, like it makes sense why there might not be like firm evidence for it, even if like a lot of people think they exist. Um, when you Google how fast a bullet travels, being 0.8 km a second, comparing it to 300 km a second just seems kind of comical. Oh, I didn't even realize it was that disjointed. Interesting. All right, well, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day, folks. Bye. All right, yeah, YouTube mode is over. I can be normal, aka the exact same, only without having to worry about making the video too long. Hey, folks, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.